Hello everyone, welcome to Study A-Tech. Here we are taking single phase full control rectifier with resistive inductive load. With respect to the previous video, what we have done here, we have changed the load. We have introduced the L here, this is L and this is R. Now we will analyze the circuitry through waveform. What happens? As we know that in the positive half cycle, T1, we have to give the names, alright. T1, T2, T3, T4, and in the positive half cycle T1, T2 forward biased, and here T3, T4, T1, T2, T3, T4. Alright, now we are triggering the devices. Let us trigger it alpha, pi plus alpha, and so on. Okay, now before T1, T2 is triggered at this point, we will get 0 voltage and we will get 0 current. We are assuming. Okay, here also 0 voltage we are assuming. Let us, we will change it. Well, at this point T1, T2 is triggered. At the point alpha, T1, T2 is triggered. So once T1, T2 is triggered, equivalent circuit will be this one. And now the polarity is positive and negative. And this positive voltage will appear at this point and the negative voltage through this point will appear at this point, which is A and B we are saying. And the output voltage will be the input voltage. And we know here, because of the inductance is present in the load side, current will be delayed by phase. So here the current will be, let us say something like this. Let us say something like this. Now we cannot say at this point pi is reached, T1, T3 is off like the previous video, because here the current is not 0. Once the current is not 0, we cannot say T1, T2 is off, because the nature of the thyristor is that it will not be off until the current through it is equal to below the holding current or the 0 current. We are assuming the holding current equal to 0 current for the sake of simplicity. Now there will be a current. Let us say current is decreasing something like this. And at this point what happens, before the current reaches 0, we have triggered T3 and T4. Now there may be a question that whether the current can be 0 before the pi plus alpha point is reached or not. Yes, that can be reached or that cannot be reached. That totally depends upon the inductive value. For the high inductance, current will be more lagging and the current may not be 0. For low inductance, the current may be 0 before the pi plus point is reached. Now if the current reaches 0 and there is a duration of the 0 current, we will call it discontinuous conduction. Otherwise we will call it continuous conduction. Here we are assuming continuous conduction. Okay, so if T3 and T4 is triggered, well, what about the current voltage here? Here the current is there, so equivalent circuit remains this one. Okay, equivalent circuit remains this one, but somehow the polarity has become negative and positive. All right, because at the point pi plus, this polarity will reverse of the supply. So now this negative voltage will appear here and positive voltage will appear here. Subsequently we will get the reverse voltage. So there we will get a negative swing. And at this point suddenly T3, T4 is triggered and the equivalent circuit will be this one. This is short circuit and this is short circuit, and the polarity is negative and positive. So if this negative and positive, then this negative voltage will appear through this at this point and this positive voltage will appear here, A and B. So we will get the positive and negative, same positive and negative voltages, though the supply voltage has been reversed but the output voltage will remain same. So we will get the voltages here. Okay, and now the current will start from here and it will reach peak and it will be something like this. Now also the current will tend, okay, and we will get a subsequent negative voltage in the this half cycle also. Okay, because what, T3 T4 is not off beyond 2 pi, beyond 2 pi T3 T4 is not off. If the positive and negative has been appearing here, this positive, now this positive will appear here and this negative will appear here, and we will get a negative swing, something like this, and this will go on. Okay, complete waveform will be this one. Now initially, if we draw the waveform in steady state, the waveform will be something like this, and we will get a negative swing here. But if it is the starting point of the circuit operation, so there will be 0. Initially, if we assume the initially is initially relaxed. Now we will draw the current through the source. So current through the source, it will definitely be, now let us mark the conductions. Here T1, T2 is conducting. Now T3, T4 is conducting. Here T1, T2, here T3, T4. Now when T1, T2 conducts, which is nothing but this one, positive and voltages, so the current flowing in this direction, and we are assuming this is the reference direction, so positive direction. So this current will be copied and pasted here. Now when T3, T4 conducts, the equivalent circuit is this one. Now this positive voltage through this, it is going and it is coming back to the negative in this direction. So we are getting a current in the source side reversed. So though this is a positive direction in the load side, it will be reversed in the load side, and this will go on. And here it will be something like this. So the source current is altering, but the load current is not altering, and that should be because of the diode connections, or the thyristor connection. Now we will draw the voltage across the devices. Okay, so now we see here T1, when T1, T2 is conducting, we will get 0 voltages. T1, T2 is conducting 0 volt. Yes, it should be up to this point. And T1, T2 is conducting till this point is reached. So before T1, T2 is conducting, before T1, T2 is triggered, the equivalent circuit was this one. Before T1, T2 is triggered 0 to alpha, what is the status of the circuit? There was a negative voltage. Well, start from here. It will be better to understand if we start from here. So 0 voltage, T1, T2, okay, fine. At this point, T1, T2 is off and T3, T4 is on, meaning this situation. And the polarity is negative and positive. This positive voltage is appearing here. So it is having a reverse voltage of the supply voltage has been reversed here. I mean supply voltage is following as a reverse voltage across this T1. So we will get voltage something like this until T1, T2 again triggered. Okay, then again this should be this waveform, and again it will be here. So just because look here, there was a positive voltage, so it will be the positive voltage here if we take the general one or the steady state. Now the voltages across, this is also VT1, VT2, now VT3, VT4. Let us make the grid. So T3, T4 is conducting from this point to this point, 0 potential. Okay, here the 0 potential. Okay, but before this point is reached, T1 here was initially T3, T4 was conducting, so we should get 0 voltage here. Once T1, T2 is conducting, equivalent circuit is this one. This positive voltage is appearing here and the negative voltage is appearing here. So we will get the voltages as this one. Okay, and similarly T4 can also be analyzed. I have just told about the 3, and the same way you can think about this one. The positive voltage is coming and through this negative voltage is coming. So this is the scenario, and so these will be the different voltage and current waveforms. Now one thing, now we will calculate the average voltage. Do you see the waveform here from alpha to pi plus alpha? So this is being repeated, so we can take the alpha to pi plus alpha as the periodicity, right? So the average voltage VO average will be 1 by pi, because pi plus alpha minus alpha, and alpha to pi plus alpha Vm sine omega t. And if we just calculate this, it will come to be 2 Vm by pi cos alpha. Okay. Similarly, we can calculate the RMS voltage and other parameters, and we will take numericals right after a few lectures for better understanding. Okay. So hope you like the video. Keep watching and keep building up the concepts, and please subscribe to our channel and share among your friends. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.